Namaskar, Khuble, and a beautiful morning to all esteemed guests. केंद्रीय शैक्षिक प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान, राष्ट्रीय शैक्षिक अनुसंधान और प्रशिक्षण संस्थान NCERT एवं उत्तर पूर्व क्षेत्रीय शिक्षा संस्थान शिलोंग की ओर से मैं आप सभी सम्मानित व्यक्तियों का स्वागत करती हूँ। सुस्वागतम। अखिल भारतीय बाल शैक्षिक ई-कंटेंट प्रतियोगिता अपनी तरह की एक अनूठी प्रतियोगिता है जो भारत के बच्चों एवं शिक्षकों को गुणवत्तापूर्ण शैक्षिक ई-कंटेंट बनाने के लिए प्रेरित करने के उद्देश्य से केंद्रीय शैक्षिक प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान सेंट्रल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एजुकेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी NCERT दिल्ली के द्वारा आयोजित की जाती है और यह प्रतियोगिता PM eVidya, दीक्षा, निष्ठा एवं स्वयं जैसी अनेक योजनाओं की श्रृंखलाओं में से एक है। उत्तर पूर्व क्षेत्रीय शिक्षा संस्थान NERIE के लिए यह अत्यंत सौभाग्य की बात है कि हम इस राष्ट्रीय कार्यक्रम को आयोजित कर रहे हैं और संपूर्ण देश व विशेषतः पूर्वोत्तर के अष्टलक्ष्मी का यहाँ प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे हैं। शुभस्य शीघ्रम। एक बार पुनः आप सभी का स्वागत करते हुए हम इस कार्यक्रम के प्रथम सत्र का शुभारंभ करते हैं। Without further ado, let us get the program rolling by requesting all our esteemed dignitaries to kindly grace the dais. I invite the chief guest for today's program, Professor Prabha Shankar Shukla, the Vice Chancellor of Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, to kindly take his seat on the dais. I also request Professor Amarendra Behera, the Joint Director, CIET, Professor F.G. Dakhar, Principal, NERIE, Shillong, Professor Subhash Chandra Roy, NERIE, and Professor Shashi Prabha, CIET, to kindly grace the dais.
Second time I am disturbed. Second time.
ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतम गमय ओम शांति शांति शांति. I invite all dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp as we invoke the Almighty for light, to lead us from the darkness of untruth to truth, from darkness to light, and from mortality to immortality and pure existence. Let there be light, light that dispels the darkness of ignorance, leads us to knowledge and wisdom and the peace of all beings, and enables us to conquer the fear of mortality. इस दीपक की ज्योति सदैव हम सबके जीवन को ज्योतिष्मान करे, ईश्वर का इसके लिए आह्वान करते हुए हम कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हैं. We are grateful for the presence amidst us of our chief guest and other dignitaries and would like to felicitate them with a small token of our appreciation for their presence today in this program and also for their continued support in several of our endeavors.
So a very, very warm welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for doing the honors. Moving ahead, I now invite our esteemed principal, Professor Florence G. Dakhar, to welcome the guests on this occasion.
Thank you, Dr. Prachi. Professor P.S. Shukla, Professor Amarendra Behera, Professor Shashi Prabha, Professor Subhash Chandra Roy, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Institute and along with nature, I extend a very, very warm welcome to each one of you to the Northeast Regional Institute of Education, a constituent unit of the National Council of Educational Research and Training, New Delhi. It is really an honor to have each one of you for this great event, the All India Children's Educational eContent Competition 23-24, organized by the Central Institute of Educational Technology, NCERT, in collaboration with our institute, NERIE. At the outset, I extend a very, very warm welcome to Professor P.S. Shukla, Vice Chancellor of the Northeastern Hill University, our chief guest for this inaugural function. Thank you, sir, for being here with us. Professor Shukla often pays a visit to our institute. In fact, he was here just 2 weeks back as chairman of the management committee of the institute. I thank Professor Shukla for the support that he gives to us every time and also for accepting this invitation. Thank you. And sir, may we continue to work together in order to be able to improve the education here in the state, in the region, and in the country. A special welcome goes to Professor Amarendra Behera, Joint Director, CIET NCERT, New Delhi, Professor Shashi Prabha, Head of Planning and Research Division, CIET, Dr. Abhay Kumar, the coordinator of this program, the very senior the very senior faculty of CIET who are present here with us, the heads of the different technical teams for being here with us. A very hearty welcome goes to each one of you. Yes, we know that this is an annual program which the CIET does it every year. But we hope that coming to NERIE, this program will be with a difference and you go back with many memories. Thank you. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the delegates present here, the director, SCERTs who are present here, the awardees coming from all parts of the country. Your being here shows the love and the concern and the respect that you have and that we have for our children, our future, encouraging and supporting young minds with diverse talents to grow, to shine, and to help them to be able to give their utmost contribution later to the society and to the nation. To the children, I can see some of the children present here. Your presence is a joy to us. This event is for you and about you. I hope that the learning that you will be getting from this event, it will help you to ignite your young minds. And like what the former President, late APJ Abdul Kalam said, to ignite India with your creativeness, and may I also add with your originality. To the members of the press, we are very happy that you are here with us, and thank you for accepting this invitation. To each one of you, I hope and I wish that this two-day event will be a happy, joyful, and a good learning experience. My best wishes to the coordinator and to the team from CIET, and also to the faculty members, to all the coordinators, the staff, my students of the Institute, as we collaborate to work together for the success of this program. Kublai Shibon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for those very, very welcoming words. We all hope that we will be able to forge lasting relationships during these 2 days and continue to ignite our minds from what we learn in these 2 days. Before we move ahead, it will be good for all of us present here to learn more about the All India Children's Educational eContent competition. So I invite Professor Amarendra Behera, the Joint Director of CIET, to enlighten us on the unique features of this program.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prachi. Very good morning. Namaskar to all of you. Honorable Professor Prabhasankar Suklaji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, esteemed Professor Floret G. Dakar, who is the Principal of the Northeast Regional Institute of Education, a constituent unit of NCERT, located at Badapani, Shillong. My colleague, esteemed Professor Sasi Prabhaji, who heads our Planning and Research Division in the Central Institute of Educational Technology, NCERT, New Delhi. My esteemed colleague from NERIE Shillong, Professor A.C. Roy, Professor of Education in NERIE Shillong. Esteemed Director, State Institute of Educational Technology, Telangana, Hyderabad. Distinguished colleagues from NERIE Shillong, from CIET and NCERT, including my colleague Dr. Abhay Kumar, who is the National Coordinator of this All India Children's Educational eContent Competition 23-24, and distinguished participants who are from media institutes, from educational institutes, starting from schooling to higher education, and also young would-be teachers who are the teacher trainees from the NISTHA who are in this hall. So first of all, on behalf of the Northeast Regional Institute of Education, NERIE-NCERT, a constituent unit of NCERT, and on behalf of Central Institute of Educational Technology, NCERT, New Delhi, I extend a hearty welcome to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, and all the distinguished guests who have gathered in this august hall. And also welcome to the inaugural session of the 2 days function of the All India Children's Educational eContent competition for the year 23-24. To set the context, Madam Professor Floret G. Dakar has already mentioned about the program, but I will be slightly narrating the backdrop and why we are organizing this particular event at the national level. If I talk about the National Education Policy 2020, which was rolled out by the Government of India in July 2020, so which has very emphatically mentioned in the chapter related to curriculum that the curriculum should be holistic, integrated, engaging, and enjoyable. And also, while talking about the national education scenario of the country, the policy says that we need to have equitable quality education and lifelong learning for all, rooted to Indian culture and ethos. So, which is our key concern. And if all academia, all of us, we think that we have to impart quality education for all and a comparable quality education for every child, and also capacity building of all 90 lakh teachers in school education sector, and altogether nearly 1 crore teacher in the country. So technology is very pertinent to be used. So similarly, while talking about engaging and enjoyable education system, we need to have engaging curriculum and the contents as well. So there the role of eContents comes in a big way, whether it is audio, video, interactives, and in today's world, particularly interactive contents like augmented reality, virtual labs content is also there. And across the discipline, all of us, we know that now dissection of frogs are banned in classrooms because we cannot put environment hazards through these processes. So till children get a frog to dissect, to know the different body parts, definitely a eContent can help us in a way to understand better. So therefore, the policy emphasizes that digital contents, eContents, could play a major role in providing a supplementary and complementary resource form to enhance learning. So whether it is school education, higher education, or technical education. So keeping in view the policy direction, we are doing a lot of things, and recently the budget announcement for the year 22-23 has also mentioned categorically that we need to develop a positive attitude in developing eContents also, and a national level competition should happen for developing content for students, for teachers, so that we use the content not only as a consumer, but we use the content as a prosumer as well. Because if we think that we will be only consuming potato and onion, or maybe this part of the world some vegetation, but will not be cultivating. So one day will come, those vegetables will not be seen to be eaten. So therefore, similarly also, it is true that if somebody looks forward that, okay, if NEHU is developing some eContent or NCERT is developing some eContent, then only we'll use, otherwise we don't use the eContent, which should not happen. So therefore, the NEP 2020 and the budget announcement visualize the e-content development and consumption as a holistic process rather than an isolated process, that only we should be consumer rather than we should be prosumers, producer of e-content and also user of e-content. So in this part of the world, so why highest rainfall is there in Cherrapunji, or you will say Moshinram, whatever, they keep on shifting. We need to have a documentary, see a documentary maybe developed by meteorological department or NEHU, one of the department, or maybe NERIE students, or a nearby school in Chera, who have developed a documentary on Cherrapunji and how it is having highest rainfall if we consider it across the world. So in particular in a year. So that will not only help the children and teachers in other part of the country to use that, but to learn as well. So therefore, keeping in view the policy vision and the direction from the budget announcement, NCERT thought of to take up a national level competition to have on e-content, so that our students, teachers, teacher educators and all the stakeholders, including the parents, they will get opportunity to develop content and make use of those. And as a part of that, some incentives could be given to them so that they are motivated to develop more and more content and make use for the teaching learning process as well. And there are 3-4 main objectives. One is to motivate teachers, students and all other stakeholders to develop content and develop quality content. And the second one is also to collaborate among the individuals, institutions, media and other institutions, because there are few dozens of EMMRCs in different Indian universities also, they develop e-content. Even UGC, a consortium for educational communication, also develop e-content. And similarly, there are many other institutes like SIET, State Institute of Educational Technologies, represented here, they develop e-content. Similarly, NCERT, CIET and all our regional institute of education, including NIRI, Shillong, they also develop e-content. And also give a platform to all these people to discuss, thrash out and zero down on the parameters of quality indicators of developing e-contents, better e-contents. And also I must mention, under Prime Minister's eVidya program, there are several initiatives like Swayam, study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds, which is being run by the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, and it is having thousands of courses and crores of learners, and that we need to have quality content there as well. And it is considered, Swayam is considered one nation, one digital platform. Similarly, for school education, digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing, popularly known as DIKSHA, is also a national platform where quality contents are required for telecast and broadcast. And it says online and on-air dissemination of e-contents for the whole country. And under PM eVidya, there are 200 plus DTH TV channels, and 200 TV channels were recently launched by Honorable Minister of Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Honorable Sri Dharmendra Pradhanji, on 9th of this month, March, in New Delhi from Kausal Bhavan, and it was dedicated to the nation. So these 300 channel ministry is paying in nearly 350 crore rupees for running these channels, because per channel running cost per annum is minimum 60 lakh, and there are other costs as well. So the reason being, because quality digital content should reach out to every stakeholders in a time-bound manner, which is the goal of the policy and the goal of this government as well. And besides that, radio as an alternative coherent mode of education is also thought up. And NCERT, being at the national level, is using 400 plus radio stations pan-India to provide geographical coverage to the country for development and dissemination of e-content. And there are nearly 15 websites and a dozen of mobile apps run by NCERT. We also require quality content to disseminate, otherwise the button or the switch is in our hands of our children. So if the content is engaging, they are going to see and listen and interact. If the content is not engaging, so nobody is going to listen. And the third objective is that disseminate all these contents as OER, Open Educational Repository resources, through repositories like DIKSHA, Swayam, ePathshala, PM eVidya initiatives, so that these contents are disseminated and all the stakeholders, they learn it. And recently also the Honorable Minister has launched a Vidya Samiksha Kendra National Level Data Center, and a data center for Meghalaya was also launched yesterday by Honorable Minister of Education, Government of Meghalaya. So that how these e-contents are being used by children, by teachers on real-time basis we can see. So whether we can see that whether Tura children are using more e-content than East Garo or West Garo Hills or Khasi Hills, or otherwise, or in Shillong, more use is done. So that also by sitting at national level we can see, and even the state administration can see, so that appropriate advocacy can be done. So we therefore thought to organize a festival competition at the national level, so that we motivate all stakeholders. Sir, for your information, I must mention there are 40 plus awards as a part of this competition. We have best scripting, best production, best photography, best videography, best editing also. And also there are some special awards, special jury awards, keeping in view the excellence in different categories. So reason being, because media production is a collaborative activity, and if the cameraman is involved, if a script writer is involved, if one editor is involved, or even if a makeup artist is involved, so everybody's role is crucial. Even if a light man is involved, if a set designer is involved, so all their role is very crucial. So how they have synchronized all their efforts and produced a good program, excellent production for children, for teachers. So to see was that was our goal. And sir, as far as the categories are concerned, under the NEP 2020, so there are 4 different stages of school education. One is the 5-year of education, which is called as foundational level. It's 3-year primary, 3-year pre-primary, and 2-year primary up to grade 2. So, and the next level is preparatory stage from grade 3 to grade 5. And the third stage is middle stage from grade 6 to grade 8. And the fourth stage is secondary stage. Level 1 is the 9th, 10th, and level 2 is the 11th and 12th. So, and the next is the teachers and the teacher educators. So we have all the category of award section, so that the entries received in these categories could be considered. And also I thank the honorable jury who took a lot of pain, because we had received 700 plus entries from the whole country, from school education to higher education. And the jury took a lot of pain to see all these contents, and also come out with their recommendation, which will be made public tomorrow during the valedictory session. And we congratulate all the people, those who have sent entries, 700 plus entries. This is the highest as far as our experience is concerned, and all the years highest. But still, sky is the limit. If we have 15 lakh schools, 90 lakh teachers in the schools, and 26 crore children in the schools, we need crores of entries, not thousands of or hundreds of entries. So I hope this process will further motivate all of us to have more and more video, interactive content and audio content, e-content for all the stakeholders, so that they are engaged and they learn a comparable quality of education. And we realize together the policy goal for providing equitable quality education and lifelong learning. I thank the National Coordinator, Dr. Abhay, and the whole NERIE team, and also Professor Sasiprabha and her team, and our engineering head, Madam Kunda, and her team, to put the efforts together to organize this program. And also I thank all of you for taking pain and going out from your comfort level and coming to this 2 days event. I also take this opportunity, I may not get to thank Honorable Vice Chancellor of Northeast Hill University, Professor Shuklaji, for accepting our invitation in a very short notice and giving his kind gesture to participate in this event. Thank you very much to one and all. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very brief but very informative. So thank you for taking us through the conceptualization of this program and how it has developed over the years, highlighting the significance of technological inputs in learning and how it fits into the larger vision of NEP 2020, and also the way in which these e-content can supplement and complement understanding. Thank you also, sir, for highlighting the fact that the need of the hour is to be a prosumer and not just a passive consumer. We learned a lot from your talk, especially about the rationale and methodology of e-content development. And I'm sure it will motivate everyone, especially our students here, to develop more and more e-content. The CIET programs, and it is really heartening to see CIET and its programs in their new avatar proactively filling up the need of the new generation. So we all hope that this will continue. We will continue to collaborate for producing meaningful and enjoyable e-content using the latest technology. I'm sure everyone is now waiting to hear the chief guest for today. But before I invite Professor Shukla, I would like to request Professor Shashi Prabha to kindly introduce the chief guest for today. Thank you, ma'am.
Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Prabha Shankar Shukla, esteemed Joint Director, Professor Amarendra Prasad Behra, esteemed Professor and Principal NERIE, Dr. Floret G. Dokar, esteemed Professor S.C. Rai, dear Program Coordinator, Dr. Abhay Kumar, all colleagues of NCERT, CIET, and NERIE, directors of SCERT, SIT, teachers, teacher educators, students, delegates, guests, members of the technical teams, and all present here. Very warm welcome to all of you and very good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce the chief guest, Professor Prabha Shankar Shukla, Vice Chancellor of Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, in All India Children's Educational e-content competition, a unique competition for children, teachers, teacher educators, producers of our country. We are truly privileged, sir, to have a distinguished academician, Professor Shukla, amongst us. It is an honor for me to introduce Professor Shukla to this event. Professor Prabha Shankar Shukla assumed the office of the Vice Chancellor of Northeastern Hill University in July 2021. He is an eminent scientist in the field of agriculture. He specializes in seed science and technology. Professor Shukla held the position of professor at the G.B. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology in Uttarakhand before being appointed as Vice Chancellor of NEHU. He has been teaching and conducting research for more than 29 years. He is deeply committed to provide holistic education to students as envisioned in NEP 2020. He has published 42 research papers, 50 articles, 17 book chapters, and 5 books and manuals. He has also served as the resource person and editor in 7 bulletins and journals. As a principal investigator and co-investigator, he has successfully carried out 7 research projects and guided several master and PhD students. For his outstanding contribution in the field of agricultural science, Professor Shukla has received various awards and fellowships. Some of these are Fellow of Indian Society of Seed Technology from Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Effective Communication in Science and Technology Award from Scientific and Applied Research Center, Meerut, Shatabdi Samman by Vigyan Prasar Parishad Prayag, Outstanding Scientist in Agriculture by Scientific and Applied Research Center in Setsat University, Thailand, Outstanding Scientist Award in Agriculture by Scientific and Applied Research Center, Nanyang, Singapore. Sir, your presence has added immense value to this event. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for gracing this occasion for your presence. Your presence has elevated the significance of this occasion. We are truly honored to have you here. So, sir, we are eager to listen to you. Please give him a big round of applause, Professor Shukla. And it is a coincidence, my name is somewhat similar to your name, sir. I wish I could be academician of the same category.
धन्यवाद मैम मुख्य अतिथि का हमसे परिचय कराने के लिए। अब मैं आज के मुख्य अतिथि प्रोफेसर प्रभा शंकर शुक्ला जी से निवेदन करूंगी कि हमें अपने शब्द बोलें।
Dignitaries present on the dais, off the dais. On the dais, Principal NERIE, Professor F.G. Thakkar, Professor Amrendra Behra, Joint Director, CIET NCERT, Dr. Shashi Prabhaji, Professor S.C. Rai, Dr. Abhay Kumar, Program Coordinator. Of the dais, Director, different NCERT centers, participants participating in this All India Children's Educational eContent competition from different parts of the country, would-be teacher, the students of B.Ed, Namaste. Do you know the real meaning of the Namaste? If you are going to abbreviate the Namaste, you may receive the real feeling of northeastern part of the country. The first and last word reflect the northeastern part of the country, and rest of the word Rest of the letters reflecting the all the 8 states of northeastern part. A, Assam and Arunachal. M, Meghalaya, Manipur and Mizoram. S, Sikkim. T, Tripura and Nagaland. So if you are just going to use a single word, you can feel like the northeastern part of the country is one of the important part of our nation. Second thing I would like to mention here, even today I learn a lot after visiting the different stalls to know that our government of India is doing a lot for e-content development. NCERT, its center, professors and teachers fully engaged in developing the e-content. And why it is required? Why we are doing this? The e-content can be substitute of class to class or direct interactive education. This is a kind of challenge in coming 25 years of the country. And our Prime Minister commonly known as, or commonly said, this is the Amrit Kal period. During this period, what should be our role? Being a teacher. Teachers are builders of the nation. Teachers are building and also inculcating the good kind of knowledge in the young generation as well as children of our nation. If we are going to sow a good seed in the mind of our children through the e-content or through other ways, definitely we can achieve the goal of 2047. That's why in this period, really we are exerting, we are doing, and our government is facilitating to develop new kind of pedagogies with the application of our innovative minds. Everybody have the intellect. Everybody have the mind. It's depend on individual how they are going to utilize their mind in the right perspective for developing the career of their own children as well as the children and youth of the country. So to achieve Vision Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047, we need to focus on building a workforce that can compete on a global scale. This will involve integrating global perspective from primary education to higher education. This transformation must aim to give students a clear understanding of their academic disciplines within the broader context of our interconnected world. That's why we are also believing on the word Vishwa Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We must break down academic silos to truly foster global competence. And we have the power. You just think about our past IKS, Indian knowledge system. We have the several examples. Would like to mention only one. We are always, not always also in this era, using the maximum product developed by the China. China, do you know the China symbol? Is the dragon. But from where it comes? Before 8 years, this symbol is already mentioned in our Konark temple. And any of you can see that. First time I saw before a month. Means we already have different kind of knowledge. But in last 70 years, due to lack of the sufficient literatures and also lack of the translation system, sufficient translation system our country, our generation are not able to understand our past glory. I hope under new education policy, National Education Policy 2020, we will be able to understand, to learn, and also able to disseminate our indigenous knowledge system to our children as well as the young generation. So the primary education, secondary education, really a building main base of the children, main base of our country. So you are most important than the higher education teachers. Really you are cultivating the real thing about the culture, about the IKS knowledge, about the dharma, about the different parts of the country in the mind of our children. And I hope the NCERT definitely doing a good job in coming 5 years. Country primary education will be in position to say that our children are fully equipped with the eContent. And they are able to apply their own innovative brain for developing the new knowledge. With this way, definitely we will be able to achieve our goal 2047. To advance the nation towards the Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047 could involve using technologies to provide accessible and quality education, ensuring that everyone, regardless of their socio-economic status or geographical locations, has the chance to take part in the knowledge-driven economy. Investing more in developing robust digital infrastructure will guarantee fast internet connectivity and technology access in both urban and rural areas. And our government is already doing the work in this area. And I can announce here, Northwestern Hill University have already a 5G laboratory. So NERIE, the principal of NERIE, can also take the benefit of that. So universities should work in collaboration with the teachers training centers, other centers of the country, along with the industry. Earlier it was not. But in Kami Agara, the researchers are also even dividing the research in 3 parts. Are we doing our work for developing a new or innovative knowledge? Are searching or researching to solve the industrial problems, or state problems, or some society problems? So researchers are also divided in 3 parts: basic researches, applied researches, and action-oriented researches. And I hope the vision and mission fixed by our Prime Minister, along with the Education Minister, with the help and dedicated efforts of all of us, definitely we will able to achieve the goal of Viksit Bharat. With this, once again, thanks the organizers, principal and joint directors for giving me this opportunity to share my views. Thank you. Khublai Sibun, Mitela, Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Shukla, for highlighting how we can use e-content to influence the minds of young people in the service of the vision of Viksit Bharat by the year 2047. Professor Shukla brought out the importance of the basic inherent interconnectedness of the world when he spoke about Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam and the need for breaking down academic silos. Thank you, sir, for reminding us of our great legacy, especially in the context of the Indian knowledge systems, and also for bringing out the fact that the lack of translations of our ancient knowledge has prevented us from knowing about our great past, and the e-content and technology can be employed to make this vast knowledge resource accessible to the youth and even all of us. And as Professor Shukla mentioned, we all hope that children will be able to use their mind innovatively to achieve national goals with the help of technology, and that technology will enable all to participate in the knowledge-driven economy irrespective of the socio-cultural barriers. So thank you once again, Professor Shukla. We are nearing to the towards the end of the first session, and समय के अभाव को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम लोग आई विल नॉट गो, मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगी, इसको पैराफ्रेज भी नहीं करूँगी सर ने जो बोला उसको। और प्रोफेसर सुभाष चंद्र रॉय हमारे वरिष्ठ संकाय सदस्य से अनुरोध करूँगी कि वे धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के लिए यहाँ पर पधारें। सर प्लीज़।
Able leadership and constant support and guidance for making this program successful. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the chief guest of this inaugural session, Professor Prabhashankar Shukla, who is the Vice Chancellor of the Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. As we have come to know that Professor Shukla's main work is on seed, and we also know the seed is the key to the continuity of nature and life. It is that from where everything begins. It speaks a lot about the depth of knowledge and enlightenment he is having. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this today's inaugural session, this august gathering, and taking time out of your precious and busy schedule to grace us with your blessed words. Thank you very much, sir. My thanks goes to Professor Amarendra Prasad Behra, the Joint Director of CIET NCERT. Actually, this program is the product of CIET and Professor Behra. He is the main person behind such mega programs in this country. He is, I would say, he is an embodiment of work culture and hard work. Because of his hard work, CIET has taken a different identity in the country today. Many, many thanks, sir, for coming to NERIE for this program and gracing this inaugural session today. I am really thankful to my esteemed principal, Professor F.G. Dakha, who has been constantly thinking for this program, supervising everything, guiding, supporting. She has done everything to make this program successful. You can see a major change in the finer details of this institute within a very short time because of Professor F.G. Dakha. Many, many thanks to my principal, Professor Dakar. My thanks goes to my esteemed colleague, Professor Shashi Prabha, who is here and who has graced this occasion inaugural session because of this program. Ma'am is a physicist by training and a pedagogue by experience. She is having command on both the areas, and she is a wonderful lady too. Many, many thanks, ma'am, for gracing this occasion. My gratitude to all the members of the jury who have taken pain to screen the films, the eContent, and who will be here. Most of them might be here and have taken pain from traveling to participate in this program. I am thankful to all the delegates, including children, teachers, SIET director, and all the associates who have contributed to this creative journey and are here to participate in this creative expression. Many, many thanks for coming and making this program successful. I extend my heartiest thanks to the entire CIET team who have done tireless effort to make this program successful, especially the national coordinator of this program, Dr. Abhay Kumar, Ms. Monica, who are here, who are camping here just for a couple of days to make this program successful. We can see their effort. I am thankful to my entire NERIE colleagues, esteemed colleagues of NERIE, and my dear students of NERIE, without whose effort, without whose dedication, without whose contribution, this program could not have been possible. So, my heartfelt gratitude to my esteemed colleagues and to my dear students. I am also thankful to my media colleagues who are here to capture this program. And lastly, I am so thankful to Dr. Prachi for doing this wonderful comparing today. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद सर। इस उद्घाटन समारोह के अंत में मैं एक बार सभी का हृदय से आभार प्रकट करती हूँ और अनुरोध करती हूँ कि हम सभी सावधान की मुद्रा में राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं। I request all present to kindly stand at attention for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात द्राविड उत्कल वंदा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Tea is being served outside, so we'll take a short break for tea, and then when do we